Hello and welcome to my 21 tips on Periscope. And I created this PDF almost a year ago, and there's a video that's in this that I'm going to share with you. But the first 20 still pertain, and the last one I am going to shift and change at the end. So, guys, don't be surprised. Um, 21 tips on Periscope, and it's such a great PDF that I created, and you guys have access to the PDF. But I wanted to walk you through, instead of a 40-minute video, maybe a 10-minute video. So we're gonna get you into this. Get rid of that. Let's come over here and let's get into the 21 tips on Periscope that you guys could do. So the first one is this. And I talk about it in other lessons, but we always want to provide value, benefit your target market, whoever you are broadcasting to. Make sure when you create your title and you opt them in with that title that you give value, value, value. A lot of people will say in today's day and age, hey, everyone's just giving everything away for free. You can't give things away for free. Well, guess what? Everyone is giving things away for free to build trust. It's going to benefit them, and if they get to know, like, and trust you, they will purchase from you. But if you're providing value and you are just sharing, no matter what it is, just whatever you're broadcasting about, make sure that there's content, that it's organized, and that people would like the content, right? Which goes into the next one. Plan and prepare before you go on. And we'll talk about this in a little bit. But plan and prepare. Have 3 bullet points. Have 7 bullet points. Have something prepared so that when you go on and speak to your audience, they're excited because they know you're going to deliver. And the most important thing on this planet, guys, is time. We cannot replace our time. So when you respect your audience's time by being concise and to the point, they will love you even more. Number 3, if you want to create some art for your broadcasts, whatever that may be, if you're using OBS software or not, and again, packaged with this is your OBS option, is you can go to canva.com. It's a great place for you to create artwork for your broadcast, whether it's on Periscope, Facebook Live, YouTube, wherever. It's a free tool and a free resource that I use to make this PDF that we're going through right now. Number 4, we need great titles to opt them in. Go to tweakyourbiz.com and see the type of titles that are out there that are eye-catching. And if it catches your eyes and you go, wow, that's a great title, mimic what they're doing there. Number 5, search for your topics on Twitter, the conversations that are going on. Go into Facebook groups and see what the buzz is. Go to Yahoo Answers. Find out what is trending today and is exciting today in your field, and use that as a tool to find out if it's trending across the board, across the state, across the world. Why not use it to get people to opt into your broadcast? Number 6, look at the commentators. That's a typo in there. I apologize. Look at the comments from other people and use it in your Periscope. So if you're in a broadcasters or a Facebook Live or anything, and you see people asking questions about a topic that you know you have answers to, and maybe the broadcaster didn't answer it, feel free to go and create your own broadcast. Say, listen, I was just watching a broadcast on 21 tips, and one of the tips that I think is just everybody needs to know is XYZ, and 5 or 6 people had asked that. So I'm going to go over 5 or 6 relevant tips that I got and I learned, but I want to share with you my 3 bonus tips. Make sense? Makes sense. See, I think I'm on a live broadcast. I'm asking you if it makes sense because I'm engaging with my audience. So I hope you sat there and said, makes sense. So number 7 is buzzsumo.com. This is another great way to find topics that are trending. I'm giving you resources so that you're not trying to figure it all out on your own. Go to buzzsumo.com to find topics and what is trending and relevant today. Create a broadcast schedule. Number 8, guys. If you create a schedule and create a show, imagine if your favorite television show, let's just use Friends, was on at 6 a.m. one day and at 4 p.m. the next day and 3 a.m. the next day and then midnight the next day. There wouldn't be any consistency. You probably wouldn't show up. And guess what? An audience wouldn't show up consistently either. So the more consistent you are, the more consistent your followers can be with your schedule. Use effective hashtags, and we'll talk about this in other lessons and things like that. If you have your own hashtag, excellent, but use 1 or 2 hashtags. We don't need to have 12 hashtags. And you can go to tagboard.com or writetag.com, and you can do that. Don't be a hash hole. Don't put 1,000 hashtags because people get frustrated. They think it's just promote, promote, promote. When you're trying to do what? Provide value, provide value, provide value. Number 10, if you're in somebody else's broadcast, people will follow you guys. People will say, wow, I like what this person has to say. If the broadcaster is doing a top 10 tips like I'm doing here and you end up being the person who scribes for them or types it out for people, they will appreciate that. So assist the broadcaster. If a broadcaster isn't answering questions and is in their flow because they're in their flow and you see people asking questions, if you have the answer to it, people will thank you for answering the question. But guess what? More importantly, they're like, wow, that guy's really helpful. What is he or she all about? I want to follow them. Number 11, engage with the broadcaster. Ask great questions, but don't throw them off. If they're talking about, I've been in a broadcast, I can't tell you how many times where I'm talking about overcoming fear, and someone's like, hey, where are you from? And it's like, I'm from Georgia, but that's not really relevant. Or I just ignore it, to which some people get frustrated. But guess what? I'm delivering a message. You're delivering a message. And if they're going to throw you off, don't be that person who throws off broadcasters. Number 12, use a landing page, an email address, something in your bio to help them connect with you off of Periscope or Facebook Live. You want to bring them where you are creating your tribe. That could be a landing page for a free, what I'm sharing with you right now, I gave away for free for months. And a lot of people opted in, and it's people that I can now to this day, and have done so, offer this course to, because now it's part of this course in addition to many other things. Number 13. Lucky number 13. Ask for hearts and shares in the middle of your broadcast. Once you've already given your value, that's when you could ask for, hey, if you're getting value here, thank you so much for tapping those hearts. I appreciate them. That lets me know that you're engaged and that you are enjoying what's going on here in this broadcast. And if you are getting value and you think that some of your people, some of your followers would get value, please invite them out now. But do that in the middle of the broadcast. If you're a new broadcaster, if you are a seasoned veteran, you could ask for that up front because your followers, the people who come into your broadcast right away, know you provide value. But once you're getting started, you don't want to do that until the middle of a broadcast. Teach and collaborate with other broadcasters. I can't tell you how many amazing people I've come in contact with. Some of you have seen some of their faces here in this in these videos. Why? Because we have collaborated. We know each other off of Periscope. We know off of Facebook Live. We now communicate via other platforms such as Zoom or Skype or Marco Polo, which is an app. We communicate in other ways. Why? Because we share each other's values. We want to help people. We have something in common, is that we're consistent broadcasters. And once you become a consistent broadcaster, reach out to broadcasters who you admire, and you'd be surprised. You guys can create a collaboration, maybe create a group together, or scope trains. Number 15, post in Twitter and Facebook. You can use tools such as Hootsuite or ifttt.com. They're free tools that allow you to post your posts on multiple platforms and schedule that out so that people know when you're going to broadcast, so that people know when you have an event coming up, so that people know, but you're not spending your entire week trying to remember when to post. So post these things on Facebook and on Twitter, but use tools that are free to an extent to assist you in doing that. Number 16. Pet peeve of mine. I see some very excellent broadcasters doing this on Facebook Live now. I see some people still doing it on Periscope. As soon as you hit the broadcast button, this is for your replay viewers, introduce yourself. Welcome to replay viewers. More importantly, introduce yourself for those who are watching the replay for the first time, so that people know, like, and trust you off the bat. But I see too many people waiting for people to come into their broadcast before they start talking. Start talking right away. Get engagement, because if you are one of the first people to come into a broadcast and you didn't know this broadcast and they were just sitting there and they didn't acknowledge you or say hello, or at least be in their flow of, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to be talking about today, you would feel awkward. You're staring at them, they're staring into a camera. Start talking right away, not only for, ask them to invite followers if you're a broadcaster, or just ask them where they're from. But the whole deal is to get them to get yourself start talking, get them engaged so that they don't leave the broadcast. Number 17, share your products and services. Part of the whole reason you're broadcasting is so people can hear your voice. And if they like your voice and they like what you have to say, allow them to purchase your products by letting them know that you have them. Show viewers behind the scenes. I've done this in the past where I'm like, people are like, oh my God, what's your setup? Your lighting's so great. This is so great. That's so great. And I go, look guys, it's a lamp. It's a simple tripod. I use my lamp. I have some other lighting. I have a green screen. But these things all came about over time. Day one, I had my hand. I had my phone. I hit broadcast. And it shows. But show people behind the scenes where you're at, what you're doing, what your setup looks like. They want to know that you're normal and average and simple, just like they are. Number 19, broadcast live events. Connect with your audience. If you're going to a concert, share it with them. If you're going to a football game, share it with them. If you're going to a food truck event, share it with them. If you are going anywhere and you want to share with your audience, and it doesn't have to be for an extended period of time, just let them know that you are normal just like them, and that will get them to get to know you a little bit better. They'll start to like you a little bit more. And when they feel as though they're part of your circle, they trust you that much more. Number 20, join other awesome support groups on Periscope, on Facebook Live. We all know these groups. You've seen them. You've joined them. You've been put in them. But at the end of the day, you have an opportunity to network with amazing people all over the planet through this platform. My last 21 used to be a platform that no longer exists. So I'm going to leave 21 this way with you. 21 is this. Be passionate about whatever you're talking about. Energy attracts energy. If you're excited about whatever you're talking about, if you're going to hit broadcast, be excited about it. People want to do work, business, get to know, like, and trust people of similar energy. And if your energy's high, you'll attract a lot more amazing people. If your energy's low and that's what you want to attract through your broadcast, so be it. But bring your energy, your dynamic, and the right people will show up in your broadcast. Thank you so much for watching the top 21 tips of Periscope. This is across the board for all of them. You can watch the other video by Shailene Johnson and see how simple and how basic broadcasts were just less than a year ago when I did my 21 tips on Periscope. Looking forward to the next lesson.